Imagine a chain of islands, bathed in the sun, where the East China Sea meets the Pacific Ocean. This is the Ryukyu archipelago, a string of pearls scattered across the waves. For centuries, these islands were home to the vibrant Ryukyu Kingdom. The Gusuku castles stand as testaments to a rich history. The word Gusuku evokes images of strength, of fortresses perched atop hills, guarding the land below. And indeed, many Gusuku were defensive structures, protecting the kingdom from invaders. But they were much more than just military strongholds. They were also places of power, centers of religion, and symbols of the Ryukyuan people's connection to their land and their ancestors. Imagine yourself standing within the walls of Shuri Castle, the grandest of all Gusuku. This sprawling complex, once the royal palace, is a masterpiece of Ryukyuan architecture. Its vibrant red roofs, intricate carvings, and sweeping courtyards speak of a sophisticated and powerful kingdom. But the Gusuku were not limited to grand palaces. They came in all shapes and sizes, each with its own unique story to tell. Some Gusuku were small, humble structures, serving as local administrative centers or places of worship. Others were massive fortifications, strategically placed to defend key points along the Ryukyuan coastline. Each Gusuku, regardless of its size or purpose, played a vital role in the life of the kingdom. They were the threads that wove together a tapestry of culture, history, and power. Today, the Gusuku stand as silent witnesses to a bygone era. Their weathered stones whisper tales of kings and queens, of battles fought and won, of a people who thrived for centuries on these beautiful islands. As we explore these magnificent structures, we are not just observing the past. We are connecting with it, feeling the echoes of history beneath our feet, and gaining a deeper understanding of the Ryukyu Kingdom and its enduring legacy. The story of the Ryukyu Kingdom begins around the 12th century. Back then, the islands were divided into independent chiefdoms. These chiefdoms often clashed over land and resources. But gradually, a new power emerged in the center of the archipelago, on the island of Okinawa. This marked the beginning of a new era. This new power was the Ryukyu Kingdom. It rose to prominence through trade and diplomacy. The Ryukyuans were skilled seafarers. They established a vast trading network that spanned across East Asia. Ships laden with silk, ceramics, and spices sailed from China, Japan, and Southeast Asia to Ryukyuan ports. This trade brought great wealth to the kingdom. As the Ryukyu Kingdom grew in power, it needed to protect its newfound prosperity. This need for defense led to the rise of the Gusuku. From the 13th to the 15th centuries, dozens of Gusuku were constructed across the Ryukyu Islands. These structures were more than just fortresses. They became symbols of the kingdom's power and unity. The earliest Gusuku were often built on naturally defensible locations. They utilized the island's rugged terrain to their advantage. High on hills and mountaintops, these early structures offered protection from rivals. They also served as watchtowers, their elevated positions providing a commanding view of the surrounding land and sea. The architecture of the Gusuku reflects the Ryukyu Kingdom's unique position at the crossroads of East Asian cultures. Influences from China, Japan, and Southeast Asia are evident in the design of these structures. This blend of styles created a unique architectural tradition, one that is both beautiful and functional. The Chinese influence can be seen in the use of curved roofs, elaborate gateways, and decorative motifs. Japanese aesthetics are apparent in the design of the gardens and the use of wood in the buildings. And from Southeast Asia came the use of coral stone, a readily available material that gave the Gusuku their distinctive appearance. The Gusuku were built to last. They were constructed using the finest materials available. The most common material was coral stone, quarried from the surrounding reefs. This porous stone, while seemingly fragile, proved to be remarkably durable. It could withstand the harsh tropical weather and even offered some resilience against earthquakes. The coral stone was carefully cut and fitted together using a technique known as nuno-zumi. This method, which involved fitting stones together without mortar, created incredibly strong walls. These walls, often several meters thick, could withstand even the most determined attacks. They stand today as a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the Ryukyuan builders. The Gusuku were not just walls and towers. They were carefully designed fortresses, incorporating various defensive features. One of the most striking features of many Gusuku is their use of concentric walls. These walls created layers of defense, slowing down attackers and providing multiple lines of fire for the defenders. The gates of the Gusuku were also carefully designed. They were often narrow and winding, making it difficult for attackers to enter en masse. Some gates featured sharp turns, designed to expose the attacker's flanks to defenders hidden within the walls. These defensive measures demonstrate the strategic thinking that went into the construction of the Gusuku. While the defensive aspects of the Gusuku are evident, we must remember that these structures were more than just fortresses. They were also places of great spiritual significance. Many Gusuku contained sacred groves, where the Ryukyuans believed gods and spirits resided. These groves were treated with great reverence. They were often off-limits to ordinary people. The Gusuku also served as stages for important ceremonies and rituals. The Ryukyuans believed that their ancestors watched over them from the spirit world. They performed rituals to honor these ancestors and seek their guidance. These ceremonies were often held within the Gusuku, connecting the rulers and the people to their past and their spiritual beliefs. Archaeology is like time travel. We dig through layers of earth, peeling back centuries to reveal the secrets of the past. At the Gusuku sites, archaeologists have unearthed a treasure trove of artifacts. These objects offer a fascinating glimpse into the lives of the people who lived, worked, and worshipped within these ancient walls. Each shard of pottery, each piece of jewelry, each tool tells a story. The careful excavation of Gusuku sites has revealed a wealth of information about the Ryukyu Kingdom. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of sophisticated craftsmanship, from delicate porcelain to intricate metalwork. These findings challenge previous assumptions about the Ryukyu Kingdom. They demonstrate that this island nation was not merely a passive recipient of foreign influence, but an active participant in a vibrant network of cultural exchange. Among the most common artifacts found at Gusuku sites are fragments of pottery. These shards, often overlooked, provide valuable insights into the daily lives of the Ryukyu people. The style and decoration of the pottery tell us about their artistic tastes. The sheer quantity of these fragments hints at the scale of trade and exchange within the kingdom. But the artifacts tell us more than just about trade. They reveal details about everyday life in the Ryukyu Kingdom. We find tools used for farming and fishing, evidence of the importance of these activities to the Ryukyuan economy. We find children's toys, reminding us that these imposing structures were also places where families lived and grew. These remnants of the past help us to see the Gusuku not just as historical monuments, but as vibrant communities. Excavations have uncovered evidence of workshops within the Gusuku, where skilled artisans crafted everything from weapons and tools to jewelry and religious objects. These workshops were essential to the functioning of the Gusuku. They provided the materials and equipment needed for defense, daily life, and religious ceremonies. The presence of such specialized workshops highlights the complex social structure and division of labor within the Ryukyu Kingdom. The discovery of weapons, such as swords, arrows, and armor, confirms the defensive role of the Gusuku. But archaeologists have also found objects related to diplomacy and trade. These include seals used for official documents, coins from China and other Southeast Asian countries, and luxury goods like silk and porcelain. These artifacts paint a picture of a kingdom that was not only powerful militarily, but also engaged in a sophisticated network of international relations. The Gusuku sites are more than just remnants of a bygone era. They are woven into the fabric of Okinawan culture. Even today, the Gusuku inspire and influence Okinawan lives. They are a source of pride, a tangible link to a rich past. The Gusuku are not just ancient ruins. They are living spaces where past and present converge. The influence of the Gusuku extends beyond their physical presence. It can be seen in the intricate textiles woven by Okinawan artisans, their patterns often inspired by the designs found on Gusuku walls and gates. It can be heard in the haunting melodies of traditional Okinawan music, some of which originated within the Gusuku walls, passed down through generations. Even the martial art of karate, which originated in Okinawa, bears the imprint of the Gusuku. Developed in part as a means of self-defense during a time when weapons were banned, karate techniques were often practiced in secret within the Gusuku's courtyards and chambers. The Gusuku, therefore, served not only as physical fortresses, but also as sanctuaries for the development of Okinawan culture. They were places where traditions were born, nurtured, and passed on. The Gusuku sites stand as powerful symbols of Okinawan identity. They represent the resilience and ingenuity of the Ryukyuan people, their ability to create a unique and thriving culture amidst a constantly shifting geopolitical landscape. For centuries, the Ryukyu Kingdom navigated the complex relationships between its powerful neighbors, China and Japan, maintaining its independence and forging its own path. The Gusuku are a testament to this spirit of independence and cultural pride. They embody the Ryukyuan people's deep connection to their land, their history, and their ancestors. In a world where globalization often threatens to homogenize cultures, the Gusuku stand as powerful reminders of the importance of preserving cultural diversity. They urge us to remember that every culture has a unique story to tell, a story worth listening to and learning from. As we stand before these weathered walls, gazing upon the intricate stonework and imagining the lives lived within, we are reminded that the Gusuku are more than just tourist destinations. They are portals to a vanished world, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural landscape of the Ryukyu Islands. Each stone whispers tales of ambition and resilience. Their stories, etched in stone, beckon us to listen and learn. The Gusuku sites offer us a rare and precious glimpse into a kingdom often overlooked in the grand narratives of East Asian history. They challenge us to broaden our understanding of the past, to move beyond simplistic narratives and embrace the complexities of cultural exchange and interaction. Through these sites, we can trace the threads of influence that connected the Ryukyu Kingdom to its neighbors, witnessing the fusion of architectural styles, religious beliefs, and artistic traditions. The Gusuku are not just static relics of a bygone era, but dynamic spaces where the past continues to inform the present. They serve as classrooms for new generations, inspiring artists, scholars, and everyday citizens to engage with their heritage in meaningful ways. By studying the archaeological findings, deciphering ancient texts, and preserving traditional crafts, we ensure that the stories of the Ryukyu Kingdom continue to be told and celebrated. Preserving the Gusuku sites is a collective responsibility, requiring efforts from local communities, national governments, and international organizations. It demands financial resources and respect for their cultural significance. By supporting conservation, promoting responsible tourism, and fostering education, we ensure the Gusuku inspire future generations. These sites are the kingdom's soul, a testament to culture and identity. By cherishing and protecting them, we honor the Ryukyu Kingdom's legacy.